One day of the year for Christmas, celebrating Christmas, this place here celebrates it every day of the year. Alright guys, welcome back to my channel, Brian the Floridian. So today I am coming to you from somewhere in Orange County, Florida. Specifically right behind me, the town of Christmas, Florida. This town celebrates Christmas every day of the year. Let's go check it out. Follow me. So they even have a post office here in Christmas, Florida. So every year, a lot of people come specifically down here to mail a letter or a package to have it postmark Christmas, Florida. Pretty cool. Alright, so there's even a little Fort Christmas Baptist Church over here right next to the post office. Has a little tree right there in the sign. Pretty cool. And it's decorated for Christmas. As you see the little stockings on the doors right there. Alright guys, so this town of Christmas was actually incorporated and built in 1837, December 25th, by about 2,000 U.S. Army soldiers and Alabama volunteers. And they were constructing this town to be a fort, which is called Fort Christmas originally. They were one of the 200 towns constructed for the Second Seminole War. So this is how it became Christmas. Car right there. A little spin out action right here next to me. But let's go check this place out. Alright, so here in the corner of Fort Christmas Road and East Colonial Drive, I'll show you these things here. There's some cool looking things right here. These permanent monuments here, left here all year long, celebrating Christmas. It even says right here on the sign, the permanent Christmas tree at Christmas, Florida is the symbol of love and goodwill. The Christmas spirit every day in the year. So this is a permanent tree that's here all year long. And as you can see, there's lights on here. And I imagine at night this thing is really lit up pretty nice. Santa Claus right there. Cool little Happy Holidays truck. Little cross right there. Looks like a permanent Santa Claus with his sack full of toys standing right here on the corner, just to greet every visitor that drives by with his sleigh back here. There's a little bit of reindeer right there, a lighted reindeer. And there's a marker right here which talks about Fort Christmas. So this was actually built in 1835, even though I saw online that it was built in 1837, which is kind of weird. So 3 miles north of this marker was built Fort Christmas. And this was erected by the Orlando chapter in DAR 1951 here. Pretty cool. And what's even cool is right next to this is a permanent nativity scene. It's like baby Jesus right there with Mary and Joseph looking over her shoulder. Let's take a look in here. says, what can I give him, poor as I am? If I was a shepherd, I'd give him a lamb. If I was a wise man, I'd do my part. What can I give him? I give him my heart. Pretty cool there. There's a little manger right there. So guys, let's go check this place out a little bit more around here. There's probably more stuff, I imagine, around the back here. There's a cross right there. And let's take a look. For some reason, there's some garbage cans behind here, which I don't know what those are for, but maybe for trash. But what's cool is behind the nativity scene, there's a little, looks like a little place you can pray, or a monument here. It says, "Glory to God in the highest." Looks like some old faded roses there that were placed there a long time ago. But cool looking altar there. Various shells and rocks here. There's even a little candle right there too. And right next to this little altar, it says on the wall, "May the Lord bless thee and keep thee." Alright, what's cool is next to this nativity scene is a little bird bath. Looks like a little angel or something, maybe a small child on top right there. And this wooden shed right here is right here off the road. Not really sure what this is for, but there is a little dove tiled painting right here. Not really painting, but actual picture hanging on the wall right there. And right next to that the bird bath I looked at a second ago is right here. This little sign says, "The Peace Shrine, dedicated to the Prince of Peace and all who have died in the cause." I'm just reading this from this placard here. "All who have died in the cause of peace and freedom is made possible through the generosity of," looks like a couple individuals here they're honoring here. Edwin B. Dent, 1885 to 1958. And Tamina Dent, 1886 and 1955. So probably a married couple, looks like. "God gave thee peace." So could that be the shrine right there that we looked at earlier? Alright guys, so right next to the Peace Shrine is this little, looks like maybe a second nativity scene. I'm not really sure, but it's got a lion next to, looks like an angel. Looks like a mountain behind the angel, like a painting of a mountain and a lake. And a Christmas tree right there too. There's an ornament right there on that tree. So it's kind of creepy looking, but pretty cool. Oh, I didn't notice a little lamb down there too also. It's right there. But pretty cool. So I'm not really sure what this might have been at one time, but it looks like some kind of religious figure right there on the end of this column. Can't really tell behind the bushes there, but there's a little bit of a emblem there on the wall there. And there's also some broken stairs right here. So this is behind. This is in the woods past that little corner we were just looking at, the permanent Christmas tree. Looks like some kind of placard there. That might have been a picture at one time. Looks like some kind of fountain was here at one time. As you can tell, right in the middle of this round circle there, this little pool is a star. And there's a little water spout coming out of the middle of that. And right directly behind it is 3 crosses. Right there. but I'm still seeing evidence of other things that might have been here in the past, which is like these wooden stairs right there, or wooden platform. I imagine there probably was maybe some other Christmas figures here, maybe Christmas figurines here also that went with the theme in the front by the corner there. Could be wrong. If you guys know, just leave a comment below in my comment section if you know about what was here before. But definitely little things here that tell me that something was here before in the past. Looks like a little religious figurine right there too. All right, so this is all behind that corner. There's a little bit of a trail back here. Looks like some kind of fountain was there, maybe a bird bath was there at one time. Little figurines are still here too. Little remnants of the past are still here. And there's little trails all through the back of this. Yeah, there's the tree that we just saw when we first came in. So definitely looks like something was here in the past. And quite possibly was torn down. What's pretty are these hibiscus flowers behind the nativity scene that's right there. Just blooming back here where really nobody can see them unless they're right here to look at them. Pretty cool. Very, very nice. On the back of this little sign, looks like a bunch of tiled portrait of something here. A little angel right there. There's some bunnies. Christmas tree right there. Palm trees, and looks like a little lake behind there too. It even says up here, Gloria and Excelsis Deo. Looks like some little pictures were here too, also tiled pictures in the past. Some of them are gone, as you can see right there. Pretty cool though. So this is right on the corner of Fort Christmas Road and East Colonial Drive. So anyway guys, this town was also the setting in John Green's book Paper Towns back in 2008 that came out. So definitely check it out. That's a cool book to read. So that's one of the cool things about this town. And also I just found out the post office was actually opened up in 1892. So it's been here for at least almost over a century ago. So definitely an old town. Well, let's go check the rest of it out and see what's going on around the town of Christmas. Alright guys, so up the road is Fort Christmas Historical Park. Unfortunately it's raining right now, so just want to take a quick peek inside here. A little place you can mail your letters to from Christmas, Florida. So this fort park is supposed to be a recreation of the original fort that was built in 1835 by the U.S. Army. So this is a little bit of, this is on the outside of the building. These little recreation of these houses here. It's like the Yates 1890 house. Brown house 1904. So these houses were probably going to be over there, along into the park, more into that park back here. But this is actually a school right here. It's called the Union School of 1906. It even says on the sign right here. Originally a large one-room school. It was named Union School because it united several small family-operated schools in the Fort Christmas area. In the 1920s, the school was enlarged with a small room addition to the rear. Teacher's house and garage were built during that decade. The lunchroom was constructed in 1932, and a stage was added to the big room in the late 1930s. So 1906, pretty cool. I don't know if we can take a look inside. I doubt it's unlocked. Yep, definitely not unlocked. That's the inside of the school here. Looks like a bunch of typewriters right there on the table. And there's more houses right here. I mentioned part of Christmas or Fort Christmas Past. And there's even tractors over there. Old-time tractors. Definitely not a pretty day today. It's overcast and rainy, so wish the weather was a little bit better today. And what's cool in front of the Union School is this little school bell right here. I don't know if that's the original bell from that time period or even the bell for this school, but nevertheless pretty cool. It's right in front of this school, right there on that old school pole. Alright guys, so here's the lunchroom for the Union School, circa 1932. So this was built in the early 1930s. Until that time, lunch was eaten out of the doors. And what's interesting right there, it says, in the late 1930s, Orange County Public Schools hired a cook and a cook's helper to provide hot lunches for the students. And it goes on to name the different cooks that were here over the years. It's pretty cool. Let's take a look at this lunchroom here. Go ahead and what's cool is a touch right there. It says Noel. A little bit of a Christmas touch to the lunchroom. Let's see if we can take a look inside there. Looks like they have a kitchen in there. Looks like a full kitchen in there actually. There's a few, I don't see any chairs in there yet. I see an old wash machine right there next to the window here. Meat grinder. Looks like a stove, oven back there. So unfortunately this place is closed because of the rain, but I would have loved to see the inside of this lunchroom here. Alright guys, that's where the lunch room is, the schoolhouse that we looked at earlier. So we're actually into the park now. We're into the recreation of the fort. And one of the first things that's interesting that I come upon is this little placard here, which talks about the history of Fort Christmas. So I'll go ahead and read it a little bit here. So what it says is, as white settlers moved into Florida in the 1820s and 1830s, there were growing demands that the Seminole Indians be removed to a reservation west of the Mississippi. Efforts to convince the Seminoles to move failed, and in 1835, the conflict known as the Second Seminole War began in earnest. Late in 1837, Major General Thomas S. Jessup overall commander in Florida began intensive preparations to carry the fighting to the South Florida, where he believed he would find a large force of hostile Indians. These preparations included opening a road on the west side of the St. Johns River and building along the road several posts to serve as depots for operations to the south. On December 25th, 1837, troops under the command of Brigadier General Abraham Eustis established Fort Christmas on the north side of a creek, a short distance from here. So this was actually a mile from here, from what I read earlier. So this goes on to talk about the fort being established, and here is a recreation of the fort, I believe, the original fort. Let's go take a look right here. It's starting to rain right here, so I can't probably unfortunately go inside, but that's what that's the fort, and it's closed. Wah 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 wah. So this talks about the Indian Seminole Wars here in Florida. Let's see if I can take a quick peek with my camera inside. It's like a little cracker house right there. I believe there's a museum in here, so. So this is a park that is about 2 miles away from where we looked at the permanent Christmas tree. And this is actually a good park to bring kids for playing on the playground, for picnicking, playing softball right there. There's a softball field way over there. Looks like an indoor place to eat your food for maybe a gathering right there. And this park includes pioneer homes back here at the back of the park. So let's go take a look at those. And here's the first one we come upon. Looks like an actual library was made out of this pioneer home. Little place to rub your feet off before you go in. Little pig. Little bristle on the back of his back to rub your feet off. Let's go ahead and try this out. Pretty cool. So you can do tours here also at this historical park. It even mentions it right there. You tour the homes and the forts here. And it's starting to rain right now, so looks like a bunch of early farming equipment right here on the side of this pioneer home. It's like some rocking chairs down here. Alright, and here's a dugout canoe from 1900s. This 19-foot canoe was found in the area of Tampa Bay in 1980 and has been believed to be a seafaring canoe of 50 to 100 years in age at the time. So original canoe from early time period, probably used by Indians back in that time period too. And I don't think it's seaworthy right now because of that big hole right there. And here's another old relic from the past. There's a phone booth right there, right next to the pioneer home. So I don't think this is as old as this house is, but nevertheless, an old relic, AT&T relic. All right, so the cool thing right here is a cane grinding. So this thing was attached to a mule, and it turned a mill to grind up sugar cane. So that would attach to each mule right there, I believe, or maybe just one. I'm not sure if it's just one on both sides, but it would turn those gears. It would grind up the sugar cane. So So let's take a look at this park. A lot of it is closed right now because of the rain. Talks about the sugarcane industry back in the old-fashioned Florida here. So unfortunately this is closed. I can't get in there, but there's several little pioneer houses back there. Looks like more farming equipment right there. Old farming equipment back that little area right there by the road. And there is the sugarcane grinder. I'm not sure what you call that. It's probably a grinder that attached to the mill. It's right there. So several pioneer houses back off in the distance right there. Here's a little information board about what's inside right there. And if you want to do a tour, get here before 4 o'clock. Which, unlike me, I did not get here before 4 o'clock. Alright guys, so another attraction here in Christmas, Florida, is this alligator-shaped building here, which is actually the world's largest alligator-shaped building. And this measures about 200 feet long. So this is actually the entrance to Jungle Adventures, which is a animal attraction, and right now it's closed, looks like, so we cannot get in there right now because it's closed. But there's the front of the building right there. Open sign is not lit, so it's closed. That's where we get in, down that walkway right into the entrance right there. Another cool sight to see at Christmas Town, or Christmas, Florida. Let's take a look at this building here. So folks, it's an actual building, and it stretches way across the parking lot right there. Even advertises it as being the largest gator, swampy gator. Please, I'm not worth it. I'm not even a morsel for you. Please spare me, please. Alright guys, I'll do it for my video. My visit to Christmas, Florida, also called Fort Christmas, Florida, and very small town. The last time I saw the consensus, I read about the consensus for population for this town as being 1,146 people, and that was the consensus back in 2010, so very small town. But thanks for joining me on my little adventure here to Christmas, Florida. If you like my video, hit like and also subscribe if you haven't yet. And I will do more trips around Florida, unique places like this. And thanks for following me, guys. Take care. Have a good week.